Week 3 is done. Welcome to Resi Studio. Even though I said week 2 put my mind blank, this one also did so. And I don't care if my coffee is singing the video. I need coffee. So as you can see, week 3 had like a small task list. Well, it doesn't even fit on my recording screen or how little it is. But this week we needed to actually concentrate on the attack system for the tower, meaning when the enemy enters the attack range, the weapons will fire at him, and depending on which enter first, he will be the main target. If someone enters the second or last, he will not be targeted until the first one that enters leave the attack range or just die in between it. And once the first one dies, then if there's a second one inside the attack range, then the turret will aim back at him. So that was the whole point of this week. If you can see on the list, the way that once it enters and leaves the enemy is called a queue system. You can use a queue system, but in between the week I was actually given the tip to not use the queue system and just aim for using only the list. So let me show you how this actually works. So once the enemy enters the attack range, the turret will fire at him until he collapses. The second one enters, the same. Once that ends, the second wave actually starts, and we'll keep repeating and repeating. So the only reason they're dying fast is because for testing purposes they only have like 20 life-ish. So in this type of weapon, all I did was the concept of smoke and mirrors, in which as long as the enemy is inside the attack range, his health is gonna be depleted 3 seconds. It's gonna reduce health by 5. So hence the reason he is actually dying. Now the other weapon that we have is actually a missile, so you can only reduce the health as long as the missile hits the enemy. But somehow during yesterday's sleeping moment or something, I had it all figured out. It was working fine last night. Laid down to rest and rest peacefully. But then this morning, while I was doing the recording to show you how the missile works, it doesn't want to work. Doesn't identify my enemy whatsoever. I don't know what's going on. Right now, the missile, if it hits any of the enemy, regardless if it's the attack enemy, it will drain their health. In which the missile is still not a homing missile, in which whoever he hits is gonna lose life, regardless if it's the active target or not. So right now it works, not the way that was working last night. I don't know why it's not working, but yeah, right now it's working. It is not a calling testing training for nothing. So I don't know if you guys want to see how I implement the codes in my videos, since I don't want the videos to be too long. My goal for this game is actually try to turn it into an AR game. AR is not that easy. So let's see how do I also do it. But at least I cheated my way out of the issue and now it's working. Yesterday was working fine. So let's see. So once again, thank you for hearing me out. Until the next one, have a lovely day.